In Movies and Money today, film studios are hoping for some holiday sparkle at the box office. We are shining the spotlight on film critic Erik Childress. Hello, Erik.
Hi, Angie.
The holiday box office, as you know, has not exactly sparked a lot of confidence in its first 3 weeks, but you believe.
That's right, Angie, in a big way, actually, because there are 3 movies opening in the next 6 days that are going to give it quite the boost. So we should say to all the families out there, happy Frozen Week.
You are not going alone.
Anna, no, I have my powers to protect me. You don't.
Excuse me, I climbed the North Mountain, survived a frozen heart, and saved you from my ex-boyfriend, and I did it all without powers. So, I'm coming.
Me too. I'll drive.
I'll bring the snacks!
Disney's Frozen 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the film that became a genuine phenomenon back in 2013 when it became the highest-grossing animated film in Disney's history. That is a remarkable feat, indeed, given all their recent successes with Pixar, and for better or worse, it certainly became the bane of parents' existence who had to hear the Oscar-winning song Let It Go over and over for years at home. Well, their kids are certainly not going to let it go, as parents have probably been planning and promising a trip to the movie theater when The Further Adventures of Anna and Elsa opens. Now, even though I have heard from a number of colleagues who prefer the songs to the story, this is the kind of film where the only reviews that matter are the kids, and they are going to make this one of the biggest films of the year.
There is also something for grown-ups this week, as a little piece of their own childhood is manifested in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Take a look.
Mr. Rogers, I'm here to interview you.
It is so nice to meet you.
This piece will be for an issue about heroes. Do you consider yourself a hero?
Erik, you think this movie is going to be big?
I do, Angie. Actually, I equate the potential of this movie to that of Wonder from a few years ago, a feel-good, PG-rated film that is really going to strike a chord in its audience. Tom Hanks plays Fred Rogers, known to so many of us as Mr. Rogers, whose TV show was a staple of learning, imagination, and most importantly, kindness. As so much of the country seems to be at odds politically and socially, here's a film that speaks right to our hearts, where feelings are important and meaningful. My own personal issue with the film is only that the film makes Matthew Rhys's cynical journalist the primary focus of the story, as he is assigned to do a story on Rogers. But when the focus is on his subject, the film comes to vibrant, emotional life on the shoulders of Tom Hanks. I've made no secret that I believe Hanks to be a national treasure, and I do not trust the opinion of anyone who says a disparaging word about his person or talent. His portrayal of Mr. Rogers is simply one of the perfect marriages between actor and role that you will see, and is likely in line for his 6th Oscar nomination, though his first for Best Supporting Actor. And it could be his 3rd victory if he can best the support for Brad Pitt and Al Pacino this season. Now, this is one of the films that I believe is going to be one of the quiet successes going forward, building on word of mouth week to week, and possibly being the highest grossing non-sequel of the season.
But there is actually more originality out there. Opening up just before Thanksgiving, you are very high on Knives Out.
I certainly am, Angie. Rian Johnson's Knives Out, which I reported on back from the Toronto Film Festival, is a pure throwback to good old-fashioned whodunits. Kenneth Branagh's version of Murder on the Orient Express managed to cross $100 million opening in November just a couple of years ago. Not only do I think that Knives Out will do at least that, but could also be responsible for bringing back the genre for a while. Johnson, who last directed the fantastic The Last Jedi for the Star Wars saga, began his big screen career with the high school throwback to film noir in the terrific Brick, and now has put together quite the cast in a surprising and even timely take on greed and entitlement in the face of true decency. In that matter, it actually makes for an interesting double feature with the Mr. Rogers film. But this is pure mystery entertainment with twists, turns, and a lot of laughs as well, and I'm certain that audiences are going to be recommending it to others from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Thank you so much, Erik, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday.
Thank you, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.